I had a studio, an art studio in Alexandria, Virginia, in the old torpedo factory. And this was after a career downtown with NASA and the National Gallery. When I opened my studio, it was just James Dean watercolors and so forth. And after the actor died, I don't know, thousands of people go through that building in a year, and they're just, casually strolling along, and they're looking at names and looking in the glass. And whenever they'd see my name on it, they'd stand in the doorway and say, "Are you the James Dean?" And I said, "No, I'm the other James Dean." I got a job in the Pentagon in the Office of the Secretary of Defense, designing charts and things to be used on Capitol Hill, when all of a sudden the government started talking about going into space. In the Space Act, there was a line that said, you got to tell the people who are paying the bills what you're doing and explain it so they understand it. So he thought having paintings and artwork would be another good way of reaching an almost unreachable audience. And he asked me to look into it, and I looked at samples of what the artist did. Some of the names were already familiar from school and work after, that I knew that their work was really great. The feelings that came from the loss of my oldest son and my wife within a week of each other, so the loneliness really hit. And I thought, you got to be able to do something like a menu for the day. It changes every day, 7 days a week, and there's always a little conversational thing. Then for an hour after that, there's some kind of physical exercise program where you don't have to have permission to go in and do it. You can just go and do it. And one of the real advantages here is that you have a good staff and a lot of trained people. My son kind of guided me, brought me up here to see the place and meet the people. And if you're in there a couple of days walking around, you notice people calling you by your first name. It was a real friendly kind of place.